Hi everyone in Tallow, hope you're all doing good. Let's play some banjo and mandolin. I'm going to go through the basics of playing the mandolin or the banjo because both of them are very the same from scratch. So let's start by learning to tune your mandolin. So there are 8 strings, but each are doubled up. So we know this is going back over. The first 2 are called G or open G, and they're the lowest strings. So let's do some tuning here. So let's tune. So this is your G. Okay, the next is D, that's open D. Next we have A. And last we have E, or open E. Now, we'll just do a little bit of revision here. So it's important that you hold the instrument correctly before you start playing. So with your right hand, the hand that you hold the plectrum in, make sure that you don't play too close to the bridge. Okay, this is the bridge. We all know the bridge is. Okay, so you want to be playing somewhere around the sound hole. Now there's no sound holes in these except for here, but normally on mandolins, probably on the mandolins that you all have, the hole is right there. So you want to, that's where you want to be playing, somewhere in around here. If you play too close to the bridge, you get a very thin sound, which sounds like this. It's not a nice sound. Okay. And if you play too much over the neck, which is the neck here, so if you're playing up here, you're going to get a very muddy and a mellow sound, which sounds like this. Okay, so play around the sound hole or between the bridge and the end of the neck, so in or around here, and you'll get a lovely mandolin sound, which sounds like this. Okay, it gives the strings more resonance if you play over the sound hole or right in the middle there on the strings, or halfway between the bridge and the end of the fretboard. Okay, so your left hand, now bear in mind if you are left-handed, it just goes the other direction. So everything I'm saying here will be the opposite. So with the left hand, when you're holding the neck, which is this guy, have your thumb, this guy here, placed over the 2nd fret. Okay, these are the frets, these rectangles. See these rectangles here? So have your thumb placed over the 2nd fret like this. And there's the 1st fret, there's the 2nd fret. Your thumb should be over the 2nd fret, and the back of your 1st finger or your index finger should be over the other side like this. Okay, now really important, and I said this before, make sure that you don't have the palm of your hand pressed against the back of the neck like this, because you'll have terrible, you won't be able to stretch your fingers properly or move up and down into the different positions if you do that. So, and also make sure that your hand is not tight or tense. It should be nice and relaxed. Okay, when it comes to the plectrum, this guy here, which we all know what a plectrum is, don't hold it too tight. If you can see white on your fingernails, okay, as you're pressing, you mightn't be able to see that, from clasping it too hard, then you're putting too much tension on it. But still, hold it nice and light. And a good way to test this is if you hold your plectrum and with your one hand and take it from your hand, take it from your fingers with your other hand, okay? And if you find that there's a resistance when you try to do this, then you're holding it too tight. So you can't get it out like this. It just should come out nice and easy like this. Okay. All right. But it should be as light as a feather and brush across the string. So like this. Okay. So don't hold it so light that it will fall out of your hands though, because give it enough grip that it will stop from falling, but loose enough that it doesn't get stuck in the strings. And if you're holding it too tight, you're going to get a very harsh sound like this. It's not very nice. Okay. If you hold it light, you're going to get a very smooth sound like this. Okay, now don't worry about playing it too softly either. The volume will come in time, so don't be afraid about playing it too quietly. And if you practice, which we've all said before is very important, practice will sort this. So get into the habit of holding it right from the start, because if you hold it too tight from the start, it's a lot harder to loosen your grip. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go back over a little tune. Okay, so the tune we're going to do will be right coming up after this. So talk to you in a couple of minutes. Bye-bye.